What? What? I was muted for like 2 or 3 was. Hello. Hello, welcome. Hello, Aldito. Hello, Kazanya. It is 10:30 p.m. just about. Hello. I'm here. I'm late. I'm late. Not really. I let people know I was probably gonna be maybe not even stream today. I don't know how many people got that message, but hopefully you did. Hello, welcome. I'm here. Hold on. I've been home maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes. Not very long. I just got home from the movies. As the title suggests. The title suggests I went to go see Superman. It was good. It was good, by the way. I liked it. God, it feels weird streaming this late. I'm tired. I'm not gonna stream super long tonight. I think I might want to draw a little bit and just kind of hang out and talk with chat. I probably won't go, but like maybe 3 hours. Because I don't want to be up super late. And again, I'm tired. I've been out doing stuff. Superman was good though. I liked it. I want to see it again. I want to see it again whenever it comes out, like on digital, maybe, and I get a better sense of if I actually liked it or if I just liked going to the theater. JD Movie Review Podcast. That's the thing, is I'm not sure if how much I should talk about it. I'm not sure how much I should talk about it because I don't want to just spoil everything. But also I just watched it and kind of want to talk about it. So... I'm gonna wait a little bit while people come in, if people come in. Again, being this late, I don't know how many people are gonna come watch tonight. And being kinda last minute. I guess I can go ahead and say I think it met my expectations. I'm pretty sure it did. The thing is, my expectations were low. So it's hard to say it met my expectations when I was already kind of going in just kind of hoping that it would be good. I think another thing I can say, pretty much everything that's in the trailer happens in like the first 5 minutes. I was a little worried seeing the trailer and being like, I don't really know what this movie is gonna be about. And then realizing, oh, this is literally just setting the scene. The scene of him, I think this is okay to say, the scene of him in the snow, all fucked up and being dragged away by Crypto, that is the opening shot. That is just how the movie begins, which I did not expect at all. And there were times when I was watching it thinking back to people were analyzing this and being like, oh, this looks like shit because it's just gonna be like this, and then realizing it kind of wasn't like that at all. Because, okay, here's another thing I think I can say. The shot of him Superman poster. Not that one. Superman, boots. No, that's not. Superman putting on his boots. This image. I remember when this image came out, a lot of people were like, ugh. It's just gonna be another superhero movie with there's a big glowing thing. The big glowing thing is doesn't matter at all. It's completely in the background. So pretty much everything that people like outraged grifters online were trying to talk shit about was like completely the opposite of what they of what they thought it was going to be, which I think was really funny. Oh, I also have, hold on. I also have a banana shake. Was it woke? I mean, not overtly. IMO. It was, but not like... It wasn't preachy. IMO. Like, if you like, actually give a shit about movies and, like, what they're about, then yeah, you can see what it was about. But... I wouldn't say that it has, like, plausible deniability like a lot of superhero movies do nowadays. But it wasn't like... Well, I feel like I would have to get into, like, what the plot is actually about if I'm going to talk about that, which, again, I don't know if people want me to get that detailed. Looks like they were trying to make meme material. I don't know, that was just like the false look at the costume. I mean, I think that's a pretty decent vibe for what the movie was. I guess people have already been talking about it a little bit. People have been talking about how the movie has parallels to, like, Palestine, like Israel and Palestine, which it does. I don't know how much of that is necessarily intentional, as much as, like, stuff happened in the real world after the fact, after the script was made. To make it, like, retroactively about that. Because it's kind of, again, it's kind of undeniable watching it. But I think maybe, I get the impression, at least early on, it was probably more about Ukraine. It's kind of a broad narrative situation. It can be. Because this is a post I made like 5 minutes ago. And I feel like people who haven't seen either movie will have no idea what I'm talking about. It's kind of the same movie as Black Adam. Which I think is very funny. So Black Adam was about a impoverished nation that is literally boxed in by another nation that has, like, fucking military funded by another country and those racial stuff happening. The difference is, and another thing about that too, is in Black Adam, those the Justice Society that comes in and has things to do and say, including Hawkman, I'm realizing now. Right? He was in that, wasn't he? Yeah, Superman is about the conflict in a different place where an impoverished country of predominantly brown people is literally walled in by a nation of predominantly white people who are being funded by a different country. and then Hawkgirl is also there. So in that way, the broad narrative is kind of the same. You could argue that Black Adam is more woke because Superman is so white savior. I'm saying that jokingly. That's not really that big of a deal, but those politics in it. That sounds a lot more specific. Again, I think I've seen other people say this as well. I think it's more that you make the bad guys comically evil, and then people in reality kind of, you can't really say much about it, because if you say, wait a minute, this makes me think of that tragedy, then you kind of have to be like, wait a minute, those people in real life are being comically evil. Like, there is a scene... Again, I'm not getting too much into, like, narrative stuff, but there is a scene where, like, a big soldier man straight up, like, tries to shoot a kid in the face. And that's kind of really only happening in specific places right now. I think the difference between Superman, well, not Superman and Black Adam, but I think it's interesting. In Black Adam, Hawkman is the guy that comes in and is like, hey man, I'm from America, you can't be killing evil people, we gotta take them into justice, or whatever. And then, in Superman, Hawkgirl is like, hey, we should kill these guys. I think they did a really good job of that, honestly. Those, Superman in it is really good. I'm really surprised by the actor and the writing. They did a really good job of, like, making it make sense that he gives a shit about, like, people's lives. Like, he's not going around, you know... The obvious thing is he's not going around breaking necks. But the people around him are like, hey man, sometimes maybe you should be a little rough. Which I think is a good balance between letting Superman be like a Boy Scout and also having actual justice happen in your movie. I don't know, it's weird to talk about now because, like, again, I just saw it. It's just like a really good Superman movie. Like, I believe Action Shakespeare also said this. Let me, because I responded to the post. Action Shakespeare, who posted 2 hours ago, I guess they saw it at the same time, said, I truly respect James Gunn's complete unwillingness to set anything up whatsoever. This is happening now, those people are here, they're descending onto a scene and the music is starting to play. Buckle the fuck up. That's kind of true, because again, the opening shot was literally just like a old-fashioned 30 years ago, a baby fell to the planet and became Superman, and then 3 minutes ago he lost his first battle. That's just like the opening, how it opens. It opens, like, not necessarily in media res, but like, it feels like everything that you should already know, they trust you to already know, which is more than most superhero movies do nowadays. I've seen other people say that it feels very... Skip the preamble, yeah. Like, those things still come up, obviously, but not in the way... It's not like an origin story. What was I about to say? Oh, other people have said that it feels very episodic in the way that it's structured, and it kind of does. This music is too much for my brain right now. It kind of does. The big monster that they show in the trailer, made me think a lot of, like, Powerpuff Girls. In the sense of, like, hey, there's just a big monster now, and you're just gonna have to fight it. And the monster has a reason for being there, and it does play into what the movie is about in some ways, but, like... I don't know, this guy's just kinda here. This guy just kinda shows up and they have to deal with him, which is kind of... I feel like we don't get a lot of that in superhero stuff nowadays. Of just random big monster that has to be punched. Also, I think it's really funny that they made a toy of it. I think it's really funny that they're selling toys of this movie. No, that stuff like that, like fighting the big monster, fighting the guy at the beginning. So the few things were like, okay, we're dealing with a specific bad guy for the next 15, 30 minutes. But those are like an overarching arc. Like those are like an actual main plot line. Not everything has to be Walden. Yeah. There is like Waldening stuff by the end, obviously, but the guys make him look like a SpongeBob character. He's pretty cute. I think that was intentional. But it is a lot more about... It feels... I don't want to say it's like, oh, it's a character piece. Because that's kind of like saying, oh, it's a mecha anime, but it's about the characters. Because that's just being a good story. But like, there is a lot more, you know. It's not just about Superman. I think this might be the first, like, live-action Jimmy Olsen I've seen that is, like, actually really, really good. Same with, like, Lois Lane. Maybe the first... I don't want to see the first good Lois Lane. Snyder's Lois Lane was not the worst. But having scenes, like, at the Daily Planet and, like, being like, oh, everybody in this room is, like, an actual character and person who matters, is, like, a thing that hasn't really happened in Superman stuff in a while. And then again, dealing with the not Justice League that's in it. And having them metal. And having Lex Luthor actually kind of metal. And not just be... I mean, he's still Lex Luthor. He's still like a conniving, like... incredibly evil villain, but... I think they did a good job with him. I'm trying to think of ways to talk about it without just doing a synopsis. Mr. Terrific was really good. I liked him a lot. Hawkgirl was really good. I liked her a lot. Green Lantern... it was good. It was mostly there for, like, comic relief. That's another thing, too. The tone of it was a little... confusing? Just in the sense that, like, even with the trailers that played before the movie, I don't think anyone could really tell if this was supposed to be a kid's movie or not. Because there's a lot of elements to it that are like, oh, it's like a kid's movie, it's like a superhero romp. But then also, they'll constantly swelling, a lot of people die. Should have pinned a Superman logo. I mean, I could do that now. Also, I almost forgot even. Fucking Metamorpho is in it. They show him in the trailer, but it's like it's really easy to miss. It's weird having a movie like this where Metamorpho shows up as like an entire character arc, and then it's like, okay, that's done. that was that episode. But I think it handled it well. Where's my... I think it makes me realize again that I need to watch Peacemaker. Because I feel like the episodic aspects of it probably come through a lot more in that show. Where's my... Streaming assets, items. I don't know if I can say it's better than, like, Spider-Verse. But I think they're different enough that that's not, like, a fair comparison anyway. There we go. That kind of works. That fits. Kind of bounces a little bit, but that's okay. There was some stuff at the end of the movie, too, that I'm not going to talk about that's like, oh. Oh. I don't expect there to be a sequel, but oh. I know that doesn't make any sense with no context, but I'm wondering if they can make one that's make a sequel that's good. I mean, they might be able to, because this movie does the thing that Man of Steel also kind of did of like, oh, what if people didn't like Superman? What if people were mad at him? They do that a little bit, but they do it in a way that's like a little bit more like thoughtful. But that means they can't really do it again if they make a sequel. So if they make a sequel, it's gonna have to just be, I don't know, there's another bad guy. What if Superman but evil? Can I? Maybe I should just put up a thing. Well, I say that I'm going to talk about spoilers. Can I do that? Should I do that? I'm going to do that. Wait. Select font? No. Properties. Outline. That's not a thick enough outline. Put it though. So, I mean, I kind of hinted at it a little bit whenever I reposted a message a minute ago, but I'm gonna bring it up. So, 7 months ago, when the trailer came out, I looked at this image, and it was like, huh. Who's that guy? Who's that guy? I don't know who that is. Who's that guy? That just looks like some fucking generic bad guy that they made up for the movie. But wait a minute. Wait a minute, that symbol on his chest. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute. He has a U on his chest. That could only be Superman but bad. That could only be Superman but evil. Right? That could only be Ultraman. That could only be Ultraman, but that doesn't make sense. I know James Gunn gives too much of a shit about comic books to just make Ultraman some random fucking guy. The soup who laughs. And then, again, like 10 minutes into the movie, they're like, hey, good job, Ultraman. Good job, Ultraman, you did a good job beating up Superman or whatever. Like, what? Huh? I was referring to Invincible? I haven't seen Invincible. But those a lot of what if Superman was evils. So, big spoiler, big spoiler for the way the movie ends. I mean, not a huge spoiler. This is like this one aspect of it. For most of the movie, Ultraman is just some random fucking guy. Like, he's just a guy in a suit who fucking hangs around as like a Lex Luthor, like, thug. How do they localize Ultraman from Japan? I don't know. They probably don't. Or maybe they just call him, like, evil Superman. I don't know. But they reveal, near the end, surprise. He's not really Ultraman so much as he's Superboy. He's just kind of a clone. He's just kind of a Superman clone. But it's done in such a way that I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. Like, those been takes on Ultraman and like Bizarro that'll similar to that. Lex Luthor, again, super not gay. Super not gay for Superman. Don't think about how he had to make a son using both of their DNA, it's fine. But they do a thing at the end. Well, there's like okay. They do reference, there's like a dimensional aspect to it. It's not like a multiverse, they're not doing that, luckily. But they do say, like, okay, we have a pocket dimension that's in between, quote, the two universes. And at the end of the movie, Superman throws Ultraman, like, into the fucking black hole in the middle of that, like, rift. So in my head, they don't say this. They don't say this, and this doesn't matter at all in this grand scheme of the movie. But in my head, I'm like, oh shit. So he is Ultraman. Like, he is the Ultraman from the other universe. But only because Superman, like, tossed him into it. And that was enough for me to be like, okay, okay, that's good. that's honestly a good take on it. Like, you're still setting it up in such a way that it ticks all the boxes to be the same character, but letting it be its own thing as well. Doesn't really matter at all. Again, this is purely like a me caring about comics thing. But it was one of those moments watching it was like, oh shit, okay, they thought about it. Okay, now that I have the spoiler tag up, I'm just gonna talk about what happens in the movie. So in the movie, so the actual plot of the movie, is, again, it's weird because it starts with Superman getting his ass kicked for the first time, by some fucking rando called like the Hammer of Bosnia. Isn't thinking about it all you need? Honestly, yeah. Having like any respect for the actual source material is nice at this point. Just leaving just enough for the people who give a shit. What was the character's name? It wasn't the Hammer of Bosnia. It was some made up country. Buzz. Superman movie country. Hey, when I looked that up, the first result is this new Superman movie anti-Israel. People are seeing parallels in Gaza War and a Superman movie. No, what is it? Let me see the actual name of the in-universe countries. That's all I'm trying to look up. to see Superman being used as anti-Israel propaganda. It's okay, again, this is so funny. It's so funny because I don't think it was meant to be Israel. I really don't. I think it was meant to be like Russia and Ukraine. But people seeing Israel in it is like, if that's how you see it, then maybe that's on you. It's very what an odd thing to say. Yeah. I can't find the name of the freaking. Maybe the Wikipedia page has it. Boravia and Johanpur. So yeah, the movie starts with the Hammer of Boravia coming to kick Superman's ass, because previously, before the movie even started, Superman stopped like an invasion. And people are being like, I don't know, Superman, I don't know if you have that authority. We all agree with you and we all know you're doing the right thing, but all politics though. And he's like, that's fucking stupid. That's another thing I kind of like about this. Superman like gets mad sometimes. Like whenever people try to say, oh, I don't know, that might not have been the right thing, he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Of course it was. But then, you know, Lex Luthor's all like, I don't know, but Superman. Oh, but Superman, he might be bad though. I'm gonna go on this TV station that I totally don't own and talk about how he's bad, though. I'm gonna go to the government and be like, please let me kill Superman. And they're like, come on, Lex, come on. We can't let you do that. And he's like, oh, fine. I'm gonna go break into his house and look for shit to make people hate him. And then he does. And he finds the thing to make people hate him. And people immediately 180 and are like, oh, Superman bad, actually. Which is a little silly, but also not completely unbelievable. Like, they literally just find a thing that's like, what made them hate him? I guess I can tell you. It's, they establish earlier on, he has, the message from his parents, which I wonder if it's the same from, like, the original comic? But like he has a message from his parents, Jor-El and his mom, whose name I don't remember. It was like, oh boy, Kal-El, you're so epic, you're so good. We're gonna send you to the planet that needs you the most. But the message is damaged, so he only has like the beginning section of it, and then Lex gets it and uses like his hot nanomachine woman to fix it. And it turns out the end of the message is like, oh, Kal-El, the people of Ultho are so fucking stupid and dumb and bad. They need a king to rule over them. You will be their king. Don't please kill anybody you need to. Well, you just go and kill whoever you need to establish yourself as their king and make them good. And Superman's like, oh, fuck. I didn't know they said that. It is kind of interesting that they're like, no, that's like actually super, I'm gonna say super a lot. That's actually what the message says. Like, that actually is what they wanted, and he just didn't know. So he's all busted up about it. He's like, oh, that sucks. That's the opposite of what I've been doing. And then Lex is like, goes on TV and is like, he's bad, he's evil. I'm gonna use my paramilitary troops to fucking kill him. Actually, that's not what happens. He's like, I'm gonna sell my paramilitary troops to the government. And Superman's like, well, fuck. I'm gonna... He's right, that is what it says. I'm gonna turn myself in. Well, that's not completely true. He turns himself in specifically because they stole his dog. Whenever they broke into the Fortress of Solitude, they also kidnapped Crypto. Because Crypto is in it. And he kind of loses his shit about that. he gets really mad. He's like, well, fuck, maybe if I turn myself in, they'll take me to wherever they took Crypto. And so they take him and they throw him into... This is... Okay, again, I'm just giving a synopsis. I do recommend watching the movie, because I'm leaving a lot of stuff out. They take him to a pocket dimension. Like, they have this fucking Stargate set up. And they say it's like again, this is what they say, it's a space in between, quote, the two dimensions. Or the two universes. And it looks like fucking Cabin in the Woods in there. Like, it's just a big open void with, like, boxes where they put people in. It's the back rooms. Back rooms. I want to find like an image of the back rooms. It is the code of the back rooms that it is, but it's essentially the back rooms. Like a big open space where they're putting in a bunch of like science shit just because it's so vast that they can. Also, there's like a weird like flesh man that is presumably like just a flesh automaton that Lex made. That's kind of cool. If I type in ferryman, will that make sense? No. Superman 2025 flesh guy. I don't think I'll be able to find an image of it so soon, but he's doing like Combine Half-Life 2 shit in Vel. So they put Superman in like a big glass box with Metamorpho in Vel. Metamorpho. They don't call him Metamorpho. They call him like Mineral Man, I think, which is not his name. This guy. And Lex is like, hey, check this guy out. Hey, check this guy out. He can be elements, did you know? Hey, did you know what an element is? Kryptonite. So he just has this guy like make a kryptonite hand to keep Superman from like breaking out. And it obviously sucks for him. Like, he obviously doesn't want to be that. And then... It's also a Dan Hinchell painted character, is it? Oh wait, Dan Hinchell. I had to remember who that was for a second. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, kinda. Has anyone done that? Has he done that? And Hinchell. Surely someone has photoshopped that. Oh, he is. What happens? And then Lex is like, he's like, oh, we're gonna fucking question you. Oh, specifically, Dan, I almost called him Dan. they establish Lex is like walking with Barovia. They established that he's walking with like the Baravian like prime minister or president or whatever he is. So he's like, yeah, I want to fucking kill you, but because of the people that I'm hanging out with, I can't just do that. So he brings in the Baravian like president or whatever, and just a random fucking guy that Superman like talked to once. And he's like, hey, I'm gonna fucking ask you a question, and if you don't answer it, I'm gonna shoot this guy. This random dude. And he's like, who are you working for, Superman? Who controls you? And he's just like, no one. And then he just fucking shoots the guy. Surprisingly, they do just blow a guy's brains out on screen. And Lex is like, oh, I was gonna do like Russian roulette, but I guess he's already dead. I guess I pulled the trigger too soon. I'm gonna go get someone else. Like, he's literally like, well, fuck, I guess I'm gonna go get somebody else, you know. Let's go get Clark Kent, I guess. And they leave. It's a really good scene, honestly. And then Metamorpho was like, oh, fuck, they killed that guy. That's not good. Hey, Superman, if I help you, do you promise you'll, like, save my family who is also ill? And Superman's like, yes, please, because he's dying. And there was a whole extended sequence of them, like, breaking out. Oh, well, I guess I left out, like, all of the Justice Gang at this point. The Justice Gang is also around. Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific. They're just doing superhero stuff on their own. And Lois Lane is like, they fucking disappeared Superman, we gotta go do something. And Green Lantern is like, nah. Nah. That's too much trouble for me, I can't be doing shit like that. And then Mr. Terrific is like, I'll do it. I hate Green Lantern is a douche, I'll do what he doesn't do. So Mr. Terrific, Lois Lane, and Superman all bust out. I'm trying to remember what happens after that, because there's a lot of stuff that's happening concurrently. Oh, right. The boom tube, for lack of a better term. It's pretty much a boom tube. The one that they used to, like, to save Superman gets all fucked up because they held it open too long. And they're like, well, anytime you open or close one of these, you risk destroying the entire planet. just because opening a rift in a dimension is obviously a bad idea. So the one that they use gets all, like, fucked up and super dangerous, and, like, Mr. Terrific tries to be like, okay, I'm gonna make sure this doesn't explode. But then Lex is like, yo, I have an idea. Got a really cool idea. We're gonna let that thing explode. That way, while Superman is busy dealing with that, we can go invade Palestine. I mean, text notes. John Paul. What is it? Johan Paul Well, Superman is busy saving Metropolis. We're gonna go invade them. Because that's what the plan is. That's simply what the plan is. And this is where they show, like, literally, like, big, like, US military army on one side of a fence. And then on the other side is a bunch of brown people with, like, shovels. Like, with shovels, wearing rags. Like, obviously not a threat in the slightest. And again, just, like, the imagery of, like, the fence specifically is very kind of on the nose. So they're, like, ready to do it at, like, any moment. And they kind of just do. They kind of just roll up and start shooting people, including kids. And then the big fight happens. leaving all the important stuff out. Again, I'm leaving a whole lot of stuff out because it's worth watching. Like, I'm leaving out all the Jimmy Olsen stuff, which is really good. Essentially, it's like, well, fuck, Superman has to come to terms with the fact that his biological parents sucked ass. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna go try to fucking fight Lex. Hello, Sam Power. We're talking about Superman. Spoilers, lol. We're coming to the end of it, though. He's like, I'm gonna go fight Lex and his goons. And the Justice Gang are gonna go deal with, Checks Notes, Baravia. Which this is, I think people have spoiled this already. Because it's a really good thing. Green Lantern pretty much single-handedly deals with, like, the military. He just kind of goes in and wipes them out. Not pretty much the Justice Strands. Speaking of, there was an image. They use, like, the old-fashioned, Hall of Justice, which honestly looks pretty good. I had it open like a minute ago. Let me see if I can find that post again. There it is. That's pretty good. It's like a real building in Cincinnati, I think? Cleveland and Cincinnati's Union Terminal. Is that an Aztec in the corner? Oh, is that the call? It's still obviously like a subway or something, but it looks pretty good. One thing that I noticed that they never touch on, but I'm curious. Who's that other guy? There's a fourth guy in this picture, but I don't know who it is. He never shows up. I almost want to say it looks like Cyborg, but that might just be the lighting. Like, it looks like there's a little, like, white on the left of his face. But that might just be, like, dim lighting. It's weird already because it's like this version of the Justice League has never existed. So I don't know. It's a weird choice of characters already. But yeah, fucking Green Lantern is like, hey, we're not gonna let you kill a bunch of, like, kids. We're not gonna let you kill a bunch of kids. Isn't there an X-Man whose power is that he's forgettable? I think so. I don't remember his name. But then at the same time, Hawkgirl just straight up, like, assassinates the Baravian, like, president.
There's plenty of good memes and great cat pictures.
Like, she just flies into, like, his house and throws him out of a window. And it's like, hey. I think the thing he says is like, you won't hold me, you're just like Superman. And she's like, no, I'm not. And then just kills him. Which is honestly kind of nice. It's nice that for the whole movie, Superman is like saving like kittens and shit from being crushed. But the people around him are like, no. you need to die. And like they never reveal that he's like an alien or a monster or anything. He's just like an evil man. Which really, he looks more like the guy, like the Prime Minister of like Britain or whatever, that fucking guy. What's his name, like Boris? He looks like more like Boris Johnson than anything. He has fucked up hair. Ravia... president? Like, he just has permanently fucked up hair for some reason. Oh, they also call Superman like a groomer. Which is funny. Because the message that they used to smear him, like the message his parents had was like, you need to create a dynasty. You need to repopulate the Kryptonian people. And so Lex Luthor gets on that's in the movie. he gets on TV and is like, he hasn't been saving us, he's been grooming us for when he's gonna finally take over. Who knows how many people he has in his harem? It's like, that's stupid. That's stupid. It's stupid, but it's like very modern. It's very what people would say. That's pretty much it, honestly. At that point, they just kind of beat the bad guys. All the truth is revealed of all the stuff that led up to that point. Which again, a lot of that stuff has to do with like Jimmy Olsen and the Daily Planet. The Daily Planet is like a surprisingly large place in the movie. Giving episode 1 of DMC is that place where like a bunch of podcasts was talking about the demons or part of the woke left or something. Isn't Asmongold literally in that scene? Like, unironically? I'm pretty sure he's in that show. Which is why a lot of people have not watched it. And won't watch it. Which if okay, well, hold on. I always thought that he was like literally like voicing a character in it. But if they were like making fun of those people and just made a guy kind of look like him. Okay, no, apparently the guy like retweeted him and is like, "Oh, you're so cool." I know the guy who makes those shows kind of sucks ass. Fuck that guy. There was a scene that was a little. There was one scene that kind of made me roll my eyes a little bit. Well, in the Willed Backrooms space, Lex has like a bot farm for like anti-Superman sentiment online. Well, it's just like a bunch of monkeys hooked up to a million typewriters. Just all tweeting like anti-Superman shit. That was a little dumb. That was a little. Like again, it's making him comically evil, which is funny. But it was a little like, okay, we get it. It is something he would do. he would do that instead of just making like a machine do it. Oh, the other thing that I was gonna say. Honestly, I kept kind of expecting Gorilla Grodd. Gorilla Grodd, I feel like would fit a lot in this setting. I think the wildest thing that happened at the very end, like literally everything gets resolved, it's fine, and then fucking Supergirl just kind of shows up. like Superman is healing from like everything that happened in the Fortress of Solitude. And Supergirl just kind of like flies in through the wall and is like, "Hey, what's up? I'm here to get my dog. Bye." And then leaves again. Which again is very funny. Like she just goes there to like pick up Crypto and then leaves. And it kind of makes you be like, well, fuck, if she was healed, she could have just shown up at any time and like solved all of the issues by though being a second person. Which I think is the point. It's very funny. Sorry, milkshake. But it's weird because, like, why? Why? I think it was a fun character show up. And again, it kind of establishes the setting as more of like a comic book-ish setting. Which is like, oh yeah, she's out though. We're not gonna do the Last Son of Krypton thing, cause why? But then that does kind of. You could nitpick it. Like, you could nitpick it and be like, well, if you go by the comics and she knew Kal-El's parents, so she would know what the message they said, most likely. But she's too busy out there, like, getting wasted. They literally say she doesn't stay on Earth because she can't get drunk under a yellow sun. She only goes to planets with a red sun so she can get fucked up. So I think she simply just does not give a shit. Which, honestly, that would probably be a good sequel. Instead of just doing Superman 2, they could just make a sequel about about her. Yeah, it was good. All the acting was really good. Ma and Pa Kent were really, really good. I like Jimmy Olsen a lot. Surprisingly, the guy who played Lex did a good job. Oh wait, that's confusing. That's confusing. I'm looking at the cast. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. Eddie Gathegi as Michael Holt. The name of the character is Michael Holt, but the name of the other actor is Nicholas Hoult. Oh wow, they spoil a lot of shit in the Wikipedia page. Pretty much everything that I'm telling you is like in the synopsis of the Wikipedia page. Yeah, it was good. I think they finally did Jimmy Olsen right. Well, he's just inexplicably everybody wants to fuck him. And that's his main thing and how he has so many scoops. It's like any scene he's in, they just show like women behind him just like cooing, you know? But he's too busy trying to do his fucking job. But he's not cool either, which I think is important. He's still like kind of a fucking dweeb. But yeah, I wanna watch it again. I'm gonna watch it again when I'm gonna remove this stuff now. I wanna watch it again when it's not in a theater. Because I wanna see if it holds up on its own. This might be pushing it. It might be a little too soon to say. But at the moment, I feel like James Gunn is like the movie equivalent of like Grant Morrison. In terms of giving a shit. Like actually giving a shit and trying to incorporate stuff in a way that makes sense. Or doesn't make sense, if that makes more sense. I think I saw a post somewhere, well, someone said something along the lines of like, seeing this Superman after seeing Man of Steel is like seeing color for the first time. Which I think that's a little unfair. But it is kind of nice to be like, oh fuck, it's ugh. It's like actually like comic book shit. At least has a vision, yeah. Like, I do think, even though I didn't hate Snyder Cut Justice League or whatever the fuck, it does give the vibe of, like, doing certain things for, like, brand recognition as opposed to acknowledging the setting as, like, a cohesive thing. Like, as cool as I think it would have been to see, like, Final Crisis on the big screen. A lot of the stuff that they did with the Final Crisis stuff and the Snyder stuff was kind of just like, what if we showed Darkseid? What if we just let you know Darkseid existed? Was Lex in this movie better than Kevin Spacey in Superman Returns? I barely remember Superman Returns. He doesn't say wrong, but he does, like, scream a lot. I'd say he's better. Something that I didn't notice. They never really said Mr. Terrific's deal, which I found kind of interesting. Because Mr. Terrific's whole deal is that he's supposed to be like the smartest man alive, or like the smartest man ever. But like, he never says that. Nobody ever says that. He's kind of just a tech guy, and when someone is like, can you do this? He's like, fucking course I can. Of course I can. So it's a little interesting that they had both him and Lex in the same movie, but they never really interact in a way that you think they might, being who they are. Which I think is kind of a good thing, honestly. I think if they had like a genius off, that would be kind of fucking annoying. But it does make me want to see more of both characters. Also, just seeing Mr. Terrific in a movie at all is still odd. It's still really odd. It's good, just unexpected. Yeah, I'm torn because I want to see more. I want James Gunn to keep making DC movies, but I also don't want it to like spiral out of control into like an untenable cinematic universe. Do we need to plumb the depths of obscure comic book characters more often? We do. I don't know. I feel like there needs to be a balance. I think this kind of ran the gamut of like, Superman is obviously the big one. Green Lantern and Hawkgirl are kind of like B, C tier, and then Metamorpho and like Mr. Terrific are kind of, people kind of don't know about them. Or didn't know about them until this movie. I knew about him because I read Final Crisis, where he's like a big deal in that. Anyway, I think I should probably draw. Because we're gonna keep talking, but I can do something with my hands. Also, just very weird. Mr. Terrific, all of his shit is called like T something. So he had his T-spheres and his T-ship and all that stuff, and I'm like, hey, could we get like a good Teen Titans adaptation? Could we please get like a good Teen Titans thing? It's been a while. I was gonna say we've been good. No, we haven't. All the rest of my shake is slush. Okay, I'm going to do something. Titans Go movie show. I still am so mad that they named that show that. Because the comics based off of the original cartoon were called Teen Titans Go, so now trying to find those comics and not the show is like impossible. Someday I want to get all of those. Also, hold on, did I get my Uma Musume today? think I did. We're getting the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie. That would be pretty funny, honestly. Technically, they already had one movie. They had a, what was it, Aqua Teen Hunger Force : the movie film for theaters, I think? Okay, I did get my Uma. I think it was Aqua Teen the movie : Aqua Teen Hunger Force : the movie : movie film : for theaters, something like that. I saw it in the bottom corner of the usual episodes on TV. I think I only ever saw it whenever they finally showed it for real on TV. Which really didn't take them that long. I don't know if I want to continue my other drawing or if I want to do something new. I almost want to do something new. Or at least open the other drawing. That really does bounce, huh? Anyway. But yeah, Superman, pretty fucking good. I'm looking forward to more James Gunn stuff that isn't Suicide Squad. there was some Suicide Squad like references in this movie, shockingly. Even though I don't think it's supposed to be the same setting. Got kind of a Power Girl thing going on. I mean, Power Girl has the opposite, but yeah. The Suicide Squad was good. I think I can say this. There was one guy in Superman. It happens to know the end where they're like, well, I don't know, man. These metahumans, they're kind of making the rules now. And that's said to a general flag. And isn't the guy from the Suicide Squad like Captain Flag? Something like that. So I don't know if that was supposed to be a hint of like, well, if only there was some kind of if only there was some kind of Suicide Squad. I don't know. I kind of doubt they'll do anything, like, super specific like that, but... I'm going to... change the category. There we go. Sometimes I have to like click my mouse a couple times, or my tablet, my pen a couple times, but I have to make sure it's not on the wrong monitor before I click something I'm not supposed to. The thing is, I do want to try to draw Hawk Woman. I do want to draw Hawk Tuah. I don't know if I have the brain to do that right now. It's like, what? It's like... Hawk from memory. I wish she had more lines in the movie. She was cool when she showed up, but she didn't really say much. But I guess she didn't really have to, but... I'm on the wrong pin. Something like that. Something like that. But she kind of, made her look like that woman from that old anime from Yato Man. Should I draw something new, or should we just go back to Malice? I still need to finish this. Oh, but I have to do the mallet. Let me check a couple things. Let me pull up an image of how she looks in the movie. Oh god, I'm getting like AI thumbnails. So no good. It's like, I guess that kind of... Is this like the only full body I'm gonna get? This is a really sketchy... sketchy and small image. Actually, on Malice at one point, but I left it at their friend's house. I still have the box though. That's a shame. Malice is good. It's so good that you had to gift it to someone else. Okay, this is an actual battle image. She doesn't have the mask. Now that I'm seeing it, Hot Gold is kind of a Wolverine, isn't she? She's kind of a Wolverine. I'm gonna make sure these are small so people don't think that's what I'm drawing. Oops. full K. It's also funny because I'm thinking now, fucking, they put Motion Manhunter in the Snyder Cut in a way that made no sense and was honestly extremely lame, and like the worst part of the Snyder Cut in my opinion. Motion Manhunter showing up in Superman would just kind of make sense. Like, it'd be completely unsurprising. Into the folder. My tracking is probably gonna get all fucked up while I do this, but what's a good pose? Oh, also the soundtrack of the movie was good. It's not... They didn't do full-on, like, usual James Gunn... A ton of, like, insult tracks. But every time there was a song that wasn't just, you know, made for the movie, it was a good time. Which is only really, like, one fight scene in the credits, but... I think it was good. Which reminded me, they did show a trailer for, like, a new Edgar Wright movie? Apparently Edgar Wright is making a Running Man remake for some reason? Which honestly looked kinda okay. It kinda looked good. Supposed to be closer to the book? Oh. I haven't seen the original movie or read the book, so... But seeing it completely on its own, it looked good. And I like Edgar Wright, so... Oh, I just thought of something stupid. Yeah, that's backwards. Hold on. Yeah. El Condor pasa! El Condor pasa! No, I mean, maybe. Would an El Condor pasa / Hawk Gold image make any sense? I can't really judge remakes of those kinds of movies because I also liked the RoboCop remake and the Total Recall remake, which people say are bad, but I don't know, they seemed fine to me. See, what I need to do... I need to let, like, chat send in a pose. So that I don't have to come up with one. Gotta watch RoboCop again. I haven't been appreciative of Joel Kinnaman. I watched it somewhat recently because Kero couldn't stand that I hadn't seen it. It was fine. I like when he says Robo wants an Oreo. See, when I was thinking about it, when I was thinking about drawing Huckle on the ride home, I was kind of thinking maybe something like this. I want like the arm down and like maybe like dragging. How would that walk? Because then the hips. How would that walk? I might need to look up a reference for the specific post. I'm thinking like when a fucking like a FromSoft boss is about to do an uppercut. That would be I guess the leg that side that's holding the weapon would be behind, right? Would it? Or do you? Oh no, because do you lead with the? Why is this making my brain halt so much? Why am trying to think of this pose so much? Okay, hold on. Let me. Something like this. Well, facing that direction. Would only be going back. It's about to go up. So wouldn't that mean that this leg would be like that and then... That makes sense? What if I just Google FromSoft uppercut animation. Dark Souls uppercut animation. That is an overhead swing. That is the opposite of an uppercut. It's gotta be one-handed. There's like a Reddit post here that has a bunch of GIFs. I think I've mentioned this before, but sometimes I feel insane. Sometimes I'll see like a Google image result that links to a Reddit thread, and then when I go to that thread, the image is... there's nothing there. Like, there's no links to images. Oh, this is annoying me because I know the pose I have in mind, I just can't visualize it. I've got a video. The uppercut supercut. What if I just type in Dark Souls animations? Maybe Elden Ring would be better. Dark Souls attack animations 120 FPS. Any of these have like a single-handed? Guy does a cool backflip. Most of the stream is just gonna be me looking for a fucking reference image. like a pose idea. I guess I could look on the Clip Studio Paint asset shop for a pose. But those are usually kind of stinky. Let's see. The other thing too with the Clip Studio asset thing is all the times I don't know what to look up because it'll be like everything on those well, not everything, but a lot of stuff is Japanese. So sometimes you have to like think of what would a Japanese person type in for this. So what the fuck is this? Why did it open? What? Oh, fucking! It opened the tutorial instead of instead of the assets. Battle kick poses. Random pose 257. Gulls H poses. Maybe I should mark that one for later. What if I type in one-handed? And then filter by pose. No? See a trial version of a one-handed sword that can be used immediately applying a pose. Wait, is this a pose or is this a asset? Or both? Oh, yo, this is kind of sick, actually. Wait a minute. This is a... It's a blade asset, but you can, like, bend it. I don't know... I mean, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that, even if that's not what I need right now. What if I type in... If I type in uppercut, it's gonna be punches. Fighting poses, volume 8. I don't think this is gonna be helpful. What if I type in maybe like a weapon pose? What if I sort by popular? Sword fighting pose. F weapon poses. Yeah, this is all samurai stuff. Pole weapons, Kinpo Naginata, weapon fight stance. FN57 Women's Right is the name of this asset. I didn't get. Yeah, this isn't really helping. Oh. Command dash attack. The thing is, the problem is all the posters on Clip Studio Paint, they're always, like I said, they're always kind of shitty. A lot of these are just uploaded by people who just want to upload something. Yeah, no, that's not... Hold on, this sword is still downloading. I think I might be able to go back to bring this back on screen. Sometimes when I open the asset stuff, that'll take over what's being shown on stream, and I don't want to do that. That's so loud.
Hello there.
Hello, welcome. I don't know. I'm trying to play. Let me look at the poses I already have, which y'all can't see, but I can see. That one's a little too disjointed. This one's supposed to be a staff pose. It's supposed to be a staff, right? Though, which is why it looks a little odd. I did see the new Superman movie. We talked about it a little bit ago, but we can keep talking about it. we can keep talking about it. It was good. I liked it. Oh, wait a minute. That's kind of what I was looking for. This bit with like one hand. I like it quite a bit. Like I said, I'm reserving my final judgment until I like see it on my computer at home. Because obviously seeing something in a theater is going to make you more likely to like something, in my opinion. But I liked it. Like I said earlier, it lived up to my expectations, but my expectations were also low. So I can't say that like it blew me away necessarily. But getting a good Superman movie at all nowadays is kind of a triumph. I don't hate this. Oh, I didn't mention this at all yet. It was kind of a fucking hassle. Not really a huge hassle, but like... I was gonna just go see it, at my local movie theater. Apparently my local movie theater, like, shut down months ago. Even though I thought they were still updating the sign, apparently not. So it did end up needing to be... It ended up needing to go to, like, the city. Or at least more of a city than what I live in. Well, my local theater was, like, actually really a local theater. It was, like, an old-fashioned theater. Also, this is Clip Studio Paint. I have the UI cropped out simply because I have some I have some assets that might not be good to see on Twitch. Was the old Theodore THX certified? Probably not, honestly. But no, I went to go to see if they were showing Superman, and the website was like... It was one of those shady, like, you want to buy this domain type, like squatter websites. And then I went on the Facebook page, and it was like, hey, is this place still open? Just a bunch of replies being like, there's nothing on this page saying if this place is open or not. So apparently it wasn't. But that just gave me an excuse to go to like one of the big fancy ones. Yeah, I don't really have any other like my other poses or shit like this. Isn't really. I did finally realize, you know how when you go to the movie theater and it makes you have to pee? I always thought that was just because of the soda. But I'm realizing now it's simply because of the vibrations from the speakers. What do you mean? What do you mean, Isn't that like a common thing where like after a movie you're like, oh fuck, I gotta piss super bad? Not just me? Is that just me? The point I was about to try to make, which might not make sense now, was about halfway... I said a lot anyway. About halfway through the movie, well, maybe like 75%, it started to get so loud and like vibrate so much that I was like, this is getting dangerous. Because I refuse to like miss any of a movie. So I always refuse to like get up and go use the bathroom if I'm in a theater. But I was starting to consider it. It was also like a 2-hour-long movie. We got there at 6. We got there at 6. They started, but then we found out they were only opening seating at 6. So we sat there for like 30 minutes for the commercials, and then we were sitting there for a lot longer than we probably needed to. I guess that's what we get for trying to get there on time. Anyway, I'm leaning towards this pose. It's not quite what I want. This one is also okay, but I need to do something to it. Let's see. I mean, this together looks good. If I was drawing two characters, this is a good, like, combo pose. So when you go before and they just play generic music and drop in local ads, that's what I like though. My old place, Literally, they would show an ad for a restaurant that was across the street. Whatever movie you see, there'll always be one ad for like, hey, go get a sandwich. Go get a sandwich across the street. We're gonna play the Peanuts theme song now. I miss that shit. When I was a kid... God, this is gonna make me sound old. when I was a kid, they used to only play music. They played music, and then when the trailers started, the trailers were the trailers. But now the trailers are like interspersed with like commercials still, and they only do the this trailer is rated E for everyone once, which I didn't think they could do. I mean, I'm also 30, so we probably have the same similar experiences. I drink too much water at theaters. I drink water like I'm gonna sweat it out. Theaters are cold, though. Theaters are too cold to sweat any of it out. If anything, it'll, like, crystallize. No, I always get a soda as well, which is probably not good. Why are they looking down? I wanna do it like this. I guess it just makes it more obvious they're looking down when I change the FOV. Let's just get you out of here. Yeah, let's get you out of here. I feel like this isn't what I want, though. I feel like this isn't what I want. I want... There we go. There we go. This isn't gonna work. I'm gonna... I struggle so much with poses. I don't know what to do. I could just do this. That feels so flat. Nothing like that. It's like nothing. It's nothing. Okay, what if we... We could do something from the back instead. It's gonna make that helmet hold disfigure out, I think. Yeah, maybe not. I mean, that's not too... not too bad. Honestly, I think the reason why I actually like Hawk Girl in the movie a lot is every time she, like, attacks a dude, she does, like, a caw. She does caw like a hawk. She just fucking screams at people as she races them down. So putting emphasis on the helmet hill might be fun. I've tried to get away from using, like, these models more than I have to, because I do find they end up looking pretty stiff when I rely on them. And also there's still people in this world who would be like, oh, you mean you traced it? It's like, no, it's not. It's not the same thing, but... But yeah, I traced the helmet that isn't on the model. I guess we still gotta think about wings, too, huh? That would be... something like that. It's obviously temporary, but... I don't know how much that even shows up on stream since that's such a light line. I don't know, it still just looks... Hold on. I mean, that line of action is pretty solid. This is a little odd looking. That bent knee looks kind of confusing from this angle, but we can. In fact, I think I'm probably gonna shrink the legs a little bit. Yeah, see, that just looks... kind of simplifying it like this, it just looks so... I don't know. Okay, if that's going down like that, then maybe we can take this leg and kind of also bend it that direction. I think the hips are gonna have to come out a little bit, and then... That's too big, but... I'm trying to get better about, like, pushing this kind of stuff. I need to get better about making shit look good. That's going like that, and that's going like that, and this will also need to probably bend up a little bit, right? In fact, if we do that, then we probably want this to go, like, straight up. And by straight up, I mean also curving back. Because it's in motion. Speaking of things in motion, I still need to see the new fucking Panty and Stocking as well. That's been out on Amazon for a while now, I think. The only thing that's a little awkward here is the way the chest is. So much of it is hidden. Every time I see people talking about the new Panty and Stocking, though, people are like, oh yeah, but they didn't get the old voice actors. And I can't help but think, like, you're watching the fucking English dub? Why are you watching the English dub? That shit is so good in the original Japanese. Like, the cursing in it is completely different vibe. I don't think I get Panty Stocking, I only watched one episode. It's not for everybody. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's a good show. There'll definitely some episodes that suck, and some episodes that are, like, extremely good. At least in the original. I'm a little worried about how it'll be nowadays, because it was definitely of its own time when I watched it. But I'm hoping the new one will have kind of grown up a little bit to still be enjoyable. A lot of it comes down to the music as well, honestly. Just the music and the presentation is a lot of it. I should probably put that on. The thing is, if I put on the soundtrack, there's a few songs that we can't listen to. Because one of them is just moaning. Music audio. Against audio properties. Not on the VOD. There you go. Getting stuck in. I think it kind of just came out in that time where people were like really hype on Gynax. And now the new one came out in the time when people are really hype on Studio Trigger. Makes sense. Soundtrack. Can I play? Fucking YouTube is still trying to show me ads. YouTube is still trying to show me ads and constantly failing. I mean, this is kind of fitting. Because she fly. Hmm. I'm also thinking if you only watched one episode, that means you probably didn't get to the Demon Sisters. Which are also, like, a major appeal for a lot of people, I think. I should draw knee socks. Yeah, they're like the major antagonists. Which I think they might be, like, technically good guys in the new one. These rings look bad. What am I doing wrong? In fact, and this leg, why don't we just make that foot also go? No, I do kind of get the feeling the false one probably doesn't hold up. Because it was kind of trying to be subversive to the anime landscape of the time. Which is not the same anime landscape that exists today. I don't know if there's even like a single magical girl show that's even on anymore. Besides maybe some Madoka stuff still exists. I know there's like a Madoka gotcha. And also nowadays everybody tries to do subversive magical girl stuff to the point that it's annoying. I kind of maybe this is me being bitter. I'm really tired of like Western artists being like, oh, look at my magical girl OC. She doesn't like being a magical girl. It's like, okay. That's pretty much every single thing that everybody does, but okay. Like that has been the case since Sailor Moon. Like you're not really doing anything that crazy. It's kind of the same vibe as like we made a visual novel for like we made an anti-visual novel or anti dating sim. That is the same kind of vibe to me. The name of the song is Beverly Hills Cock, by the way. Alright, so it just goes down like that. Okay, so I was doing that right. It's just gonna be such a fucking pain in the ass to draw. Why did I do this? It just sounds like a PS2 game. That's not true. This sounds like a PS1 game. I'm gonna do like. It technically makes most sense, but I kind of like being able to see both eyes, even if we might have to make the mask not accurate. Whatever, we can do our own take. Mm, the thing is, I do like the jacket that she has in the movie. I'm not sure if that's even really going to come through at all with this pose. Like, it would be easier to just kind of do that and then. How do I make this look like a pulsant? Maybe I pushed it a little too far. Let me get some more guiding lines so I can kind of tell what I'm doing. I think I have to restore this foot. Because she does have to be, like, making contact with the ground, otherwise the pose doesn't make sense. Because she's pushing off from that foot. Okay, that makes sense. Kind of. It's a bad foot, but I'll go back and fix it. Is Panty and Stocking feminist? I'm actually not really sure how I'm gonna hold the thing. Hmm. Okay, I think I just need to just delete this entirely until I figure out what the hands are doing. I really shouldn't go too much longer. I was only going to stream for like a couple hours. I think I mentioned this elsewhere. The song did like wake shit up inside me. So maybe that's why I have a soft spot for the show. It's kind of gentle. What is that one fucking post? The smacks of Jindal flips over the table. What is that? What is that post? Wait, is this one? I think that's the one we can't listen to. I think that's the one that we probably shouldn't listen to on stream. Yeah. It's probably fine, but just in case. As I throw over the barbecue, is that what it is? You broke my grill? Yeah, I don't know about this hand. What if I try to... Well, we can kind of actually change the pose, and that kind of helps me. God, you know what I should watch again? I kind of want to... I've been thinking about watching Blue Beetle again. I've also been thinking about watching Madam Web again. One of those movies is objectively good. One of the movies is objectively good, the other is subjectively good. Incidentally, this is another reason you can't go entirely off of the 3D model stuff, because that's such a shitty, like, twisted, unusable wrist. That is not how that should walk. Blue Beetle, is that show Melody's been watching? No, that's Blue Stinger. Which is another thing. It technically goes like that, and this technically goes like this. That would mean that that would go like that. I do want to add that bend back, but we'll kind of... Yeah, it looks so bad. It looks so bad without the bend. The show is actually called Beetleborgs. One of the characters is named Blue Stinger, though. Not to be confused with the Dreamcast game. It's a little better. This one still looks... I don't know. It looks too long. Because the shoulder would be... The shoulder is like right here. I guess it's going like that. Blue Beetle is another movie about inequality. The people just kind of didn't see that one. still looks bad to me. What do I need to do? Like, this feels like a bad skeleton. Moving on the left breaks the curve. Kinda. The idea was that they would come up and then kind of continue the curve, but they'll kind of, I don't know. Well, breaking the. Just kind of confusing the flow at the moment, I think. It was coming out of, like, the hips, which doesn't make sense. I think the thing that's happening here too is technically this leg is kind of going in. Should be more like this. Which does mean that foot doesn't make sense. I guess what this really is, this is more of like a baseball swing at this point. I'll figure that foot out. I'll figure that foot out later. And part of it is that the body does need to be this curve, but it still needs to be a little defined. Little dip right there, and then. I don't know the ones on the track, the album that honestly just kind of sucks. I think this is like also just maybe too long. I think that also fucked with the flow a little too much. Me, this goes like that, and then that goes like that, and that goes like that. Make that make sense, which does make. I put that in the right place, I think. That's where the butt would kind of be. It's too fucking complicated. I picked a bad pose. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking this might be a give up situation because I feel like this pose is kind of inherently not good for what I'm trying to do. I'll futz with it a little bit more. Let's bring it back. Bring it back to basics a little bit. I'm in love with you. Oh, those little ads trying to play. Uh, this is also kind of built because I want the thing to bend. It also needs to follow the direction of the ohm. So really it needs to be going like that, which is kind of. Also, I still, in my head, possibly unfortunately, still hear the Kin Ash Corp version of this song. I don't know if Kin Ash Corp turned out to be adult bag, but I get the feeling. No more going back. Fuck, I'm gonna have to listen to it. Was it Kineshop? I think it was. Oh no, it was a Triple Q remix. I think. We'll listen to the original first, though. I mean, I feel like that makes a little bit more sense. Turn it up. Turn it in and turn it up. Still a little weird, but now this is actually going, it's all a continual bend now. At least on the top. Which does mean that these are conflicting bends now. But really what should be happening is that this. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta listen to a different. I listen to a different version of that song. Yeah, let's do this. Let's actually make this line up the way we want it to. Like. Mama. If that actually helped at all. Eh. I need to stop looking at the 3D model now, because now it's just getting in the way. That doesn't make sense. I need to... If that's going in, then the other side needs to also be going that direction. I feel like that's starting to make sense. I think this foot is too small, but we can deal with that. This is what they played in the credits of Superman, by the way. Have Superman and Sonic ever met? That seems like something that would be obvious, but I don't know if they have. I'm getting an actual circle so I can see a little bit better. Hmm. That kind of makes sense. I'm probably overthinking it a little bit trying to go with this shape, but I feel like it's not completely a lost cause at this point. Uh, I do need to start, like, adding detail now, which is, when stuff gets dangerous. Trying to think what the best place would be to start doing that. This is also one of the less good songs on the soundtrack. How about this? How about we... She has... like, knee boots. So that means we can go over here and think... This would probably be... around this point. Like a little above where the knee bends. It'd be like that. Would that be like that? Hold on. Yeah, they're about lined up, so that would be pretty much the same shape. This leg is too long, though. It seems really fucking long. Really fucking long and has a tiny little foot. Oops. Hmm. I think that looks a little bit better. Do I want to... I want to make foot big? I think I want to make foot big. Honestly, a lot of the time whenever I use the 3D models in Clip Studio Paint, I usually, like, max out. At least do, like, halfway feet size, just because I always make them so small on the models. I think they'll probably, like, technically, realistically proportioned on the 3D models, but the thing about drawing 2D is typically you don't want it to be realistically proportioned, because then that looks fucking weird. Like, if you've ever tried to trace, like, a photo You always end up something with it like it looks like fucking. It always ends up looking like that. And it never looks right. People got small ass heads, but because of the way we because of the way we perceive people, it always looks a lot bigger in real. It's kind of scary when you think about it too much. Like how much of our sight is not actually based off of like actual reality. Same with eyes. Eyes are usually something you want to make kind of big. Because real eyes, again, are usually like fucking. Real people, like, face proportions will be like fucking. And then when you think about how big eels get, they get like. Technically, that's the proportion that you're usually supposed to draw, of like eyebrows to mouth. Which that looks like a. This actually looks like a fairly normal person. But if I detailed it out, I can make it look weird. You know what I mean. Like this is technically realistic, but I go like, you know. Well, fuck. Now this is gonna look like an alien. Now this is gonna look like an alien by comparison. I might have just like confused myself. I might have just completely changed the way I look at faces. You get my point. Hopefully. Okay, so she has this little kind of band with the toes out. It's kind of like Dragon Ball shoes. I think. Aren't they is that the show I'm thinking of? Where they have like they always have that real little cross. Like they always have like a line going down the middle of the shoe. That might be a different anime. It might be getting mixed up. There it goes. Oh, no, let's just do it like this. Hold on. Just- Be like that, and then I might actually need to move this a little bit closer. And up. Again, the way the coat is, I don't know how I'm gonna. Because it ends. Gonna make that a little transparent so I can draw on it. It ends like about the middle of the waist, maybe a little below. But it's really tight. Like, I don't think she would be able to zip that up at all. Because it's just a little above the bodysuit. So I might have to not really think about the way it would hang too much. I can just kind of thicken this line so you can tell that it's a different thickness. It's kind of redundant. This was a good ending credits theme to Superman, by the way. So I'm gonna actually simplify this. I like showing the shoulder blades usually, but because of the jacket, I think that would be less visible. Then we'd be getting that seam. Does that make sense? Ugh. 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 I don't know if that makes sense. P-I-D-S-D-U. You're so stupid, stupid, stupid. Baka, baka. I think I made that too short. It's technically going like all the way downhill. Yeah, it's going like mid forearm. Oops. And then that's broken up by the toe wheel gloves. This would. And this would technically be also shaded in, or like the dog part of the suit. But then the middle would be white. White. And this would also be like that. I think that was the last song on the... Oh no, we still have Fallen Angel. Welcome. Something like that. And the other one would be like, I'm starting to like see fucking Wayne from Hylix a little bit in this. Heaven, please sing for me a song of life. Heaven. That'll like Hotline Miami guy. Night and day I'm missing you. Ooh. The thing is, it doesn't look like her. This also happened with Malice. This just simply doesn't look like the character. We'll probably get in stream after this song, by the way, because we have been going for 3 hours and it's 1 a.m. I'll be back tomorrow, though. I'm gonna actually do City of Heroes tomorrow, I swear. Swear on me, mum. We still have a couple minutes. I am glad people came out to such a last minute such a last minute stream. Yeah. Like you can see the hints of a jacket when I do this, but that kind of helps. That's not just a random ball. Surprised when I saw the late live notification. I thought about adding people when I said that was gonna be seeing a movie. But I didn't want to add people to say nothing is happening. Plus, I wasn't sure if I was gonna stream when I got back. I wanted to, but I wanted to get home like an hour earlier than we did, but again, they waited like an hour to 30 minutes to actually start the movie, so. Even if I don't finish this drawing, I do wanna get some like good hot goal stuff out. Hold on, I know a song I can put on to end the stream too. I'm gonna put on a song from the movie. From the movie. While we head over to this screen. And I mute the BGM. I do have the YouTube video. Okay. If it'll play. Okay. Let me build it up a little bit. Thank you for coming out to such a late stream, and such a short stream as well. But again, it's the weekend. Weekends kind of do whatever. I'm gonna look for somebody to raid. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully at my usual time, 6 p.m. to play some City of Heroes. And then to next week, we have new games. Really, I should have been doing that. I should have been doing a promo for that. Tuesday, we got remote control MX. we got that mecha game on the DS that we're going to be playing. We'll be playing that the fan translation of that. Thursday, we will be playing Evil Genius, the old PC game. I got all the mods working. It should be fine. It should be fine. That game is kind of a mess, but it should be fine. The song is so good. We're going to raid Mozzie, who's live. Go watch Mozzie. Enjoy the stream. And I will see y'all, if not tomorrow, hopefully I'll see y'all Tuesday. This is such a good scene in the movie. Anyway. Raid phase? My brain is kind of fried. What's a Superman thing? What's a Superman? What does he say? Say Poople Man. Say Poople Man.